Low test will ruin your life. Get in a lot of trouble telling somebody to do that.
Do what?
Nothing. Let me guess, you're just like me. These trash ghetto people out here, they rely on me, they need me. The thoughts you're having and the way that you feel is not normal. Because when people get high test and high estrogen, that's when they get really nuts. Oh! It's such a huge deal, man. To fight against, environmental demasculinization.
I watch Force, and I have no friends. I'm an alcoholic. Like somewhere down the spiral, I was gonna start wearing dresses. And I'm in computer science.
What? Growth hormones are super effective and makes you taller? I feel like I must be sniffing this paint pen.
Yeah, I guess they boost my height a little. Whatever.
I would never recommend that to somebody. Be ready to lose some hair, be ready to gain some extra weight. Every moment that you spend exercising, if you're looking for females, is gonna be a waste of time.
But I love you and I'm obsessed with you.
Oatmeal, olive oil, peanut butter, whole milk.
Human weapon!
Be a symbol of hope for your local community.
You could do a soy cycle.
Yeah, exactly. No, that's what I was thinking. Definitely do a soy cycle.
Hey Sam, thanks for talking about TRT. Talked to my doctor about it and now I feel better than I have in a very long time. Keep up the good work. Can't wait for world peace too. Yeah, TRT, you might want to check your hormones, man. If you have the crankies, if you have a case of the crankies or you have a case of the SADs, you might need to check your hormones. If your T is down by like 400, the thoughts you're having and the way that you feel is not normal. The way to fix it is by fixing your hormones. It's really important. But there's so much alien stuff in the environment, xenoestrogens, birth control in the water, these girls with their antidepressants, their medication seeping into the water supply, that you kind of have to modify your body in this way to get back to like a normal baseline, and that's just reality. Like, I know that there's some fitness guy right now who's like, "Hey, Sam doesn't know what he's talking about. You just wake up at 6 a.m., eat eggs, watch the sunset." Like, I know. Okay, I'm doing like 50 things though. I do not have time to wake up at 6 a.m. and watch the sunset and eat a bowl of raspberries to fight against, environmental demasculinization. So unless you live in the woods and you really have time to, rub leaves on yourself, and even the liver king, even the people who say to do it the natural way, are they all really natural? But I would say that, yeah, you have to do TRT. It's time, especially at 32, especially if you're sitting around at 400. You're basically like Rosie O'Donnell.
Hey Sammy, I'm 17, I love your stuff, and I'm insecure about my height because I'm 5'9". How do I let go of this internet-induced fear that I'm inferior because I'm not a big hulking monster like you?
Oh, it's your lucky day, man, because you're 17 and you're asking me for advice?
Advice for guys that are 5'6" and 28 years old?
I would say flip those around. I would be 28 and be 5 years old in 6 months, but 28 feet tall. That's how you do it. Or just buy a motorcycle.
Guys like you need a Harley.
28, you better be working hard. You better have found your passion. It's time. 30's the point of no return. I wouldn't tell you to take growth hormone. The hell was that?
That's our packages.
I could have sworn to God I heard somebody tell me to take growth hormone. He said when you're a teenager, growth hormones are super effective and makes you taller. What? I feel like I must be sniffing this paint pen. That's crazy talk. I would never recommend that to somebody. Get in a lot of trouble telling somebody to do that.
Do what?
Nothing. I'm not going to tell you what I would do because that's illegal. Can't tell you that. That's one of those things, if you let it be sort of a fantasy or a plan in your head that I'll do that one day.
Yeah.
You're not taking advantage of the fact that you're in the years where that is like effective at making you bigger. And even if it made you like 1.5 inches taller, you'd be so psyched.
Yeah.
Forever.
They're
You'd be like, oh, fuck yeah, I made it.
Some people in the chat are saying it takes 10 years off your life. Do you think it's worth? If that's true.
Does it? Oh, does it really? Does it take 10 years off? Does it really take 10 years off your life?
If you're short, you'll just want to be dead your whole life.
I'm not going to make that recommendation, but if I was doing some sort of this was and also if you're short, you should get good at fighting and get strong too. You should get just physically. You got to go a little bit over so that people don't mess with you. But you should get strong. Definitely recommend that.
Ooh. I got boots today. I got 4-inch heel boots. And I'm going to put a 1.5-inch lift heel in them, bitch. I'm about to be 7 feet tall in this, bitch. Unabashed height boosting. If you're 6 foot, make yourself 6'6". Fuck it. When she looks down and sees you're wearing some clodhoppers, say, yeah, these were, what do you mean? These were $3,000, you stupid. What are you talking about? Am I wearing lifts? What? My $3,500 shoes? Yeah, I guess they boost my height a little. Whatever. I mean, whatever. I'm not counting in centimeters here. Okay, I'm too rich. F you. But I love you and I'm obsessed with you.
Hey Sam, my New Year's resolution is to finally follow through on my threats of physical V against my enemies. I'm currently 6'8", 210, and want to get stronger. How do I bulk up?
It's good. I mean, if you're that tall, it's kind of hard. You're gonna spend like 2 years. First of all, if you really need to get physical revenge, well, I would say be careful. Just make sure you really need to do it. I don't think you really need to do it though. You just need to get strong. Once you get strong, you might get strong and be like, oh, I don't really need to get physical revenge. If you're tall, it's very difficult to put on muscle mass. If you were the Liver King's height, you could go do a few bicep curls and basically puff up to like a meatball. If you were 5'1", but that's a tough height to be. 210. That's kind of skinny. What does he say? 6'8"?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna need to get to about 300 pounds, my guy. And also, if you're tall, it's easy to get jacked up doing deadlifts and squats. I would say be careful with those compound movements, even though everybody's gonna tell you, oh, you have to do deadlifts, you have to squat. It's healthier for your back. Nah, it's kind of not. Start with 𝐒𝐿. You're gonna have to eat a lot though.
I gained 40 pounds in the past 6 months from eating more and working out. I don't think my skeleton can handle this.
Well, you got to take your time. You can't put on. He put on 40 pounds in how long? You don't want to do it that fast.
6 months. 40 pounds in 6 months.
Yeah, take it easy. Walk. Do not sit down all day. Do not lay in bed all day. Make sure you're walking once a day. Chiropractors are good, but they don't really fix the problem. They just treat the symptom. So I would say start walking. If you're not moving, you're suffering in so many ways that you don't understand. Your back does not have a circulatory system in the same way that the rest of your body does. Your back, the circulation happens via mechanical fluid pump.
I'm 29, 6'3", and 145 pounds.
Let me guess, you're just like me. You're not as tall as me. How tall is he?
6'3", 145.
You're not 6'3", you're 6'2". What's he saying?
He needs to put on mass, but he seems to not be able to eat enough.
Yeah, you just need calories. Can't put on mass, that means you're not getting enough calories, so you need more calories. The trick is getting the calories in a way that doesn't make your heart explode. When I was trying to do this, and I had a very hard time eating, when I was like lifting, eating enough to get stronger, I had a hard time doing it because you kind of have to eat multiple times per day. But what I did was oatmeal, olive oil, peanut butter, whole milk, and protein shakes. It's pretty simple. If you're not putting on mass, you need more calories. It's not like a medical mystery. So at least you have the solution or the problem identified at least, which is not enough calories. What's he weigh, 145?
Yeah.
That's kind of
Yeah, that's crazy.
You're gonna have to take some biggiening pills. Yeah, give 𝐒𝐿 a try.
I'm trying to gain weight, but I need some.
Oh!
How does he gain weight?
Human weapon.
5x5 and drink milk. You got to pound the calories. It's hard. You think if you're a beginner to intermediate lifter, you might think you're eating enough, but you're not. You have to be eating until you're almost vomiting and gagging on it every day, and that's how it is.
You get lots of girls when you were skinny. Why did you decide to bulk up? Would you recommend going bulk mode or being shredded for most guys?
Yeah, if you want the most guys, you're going to want to be shredded and bulked up at the same time. That's really what I would say. It depends on the type of guy that you want. Some guys are only going to be into you if you're bulked up. Other guys, they're going to want to see you shredded. So really, it's all on you. But just know that every moment that you spend exercising, if you're looking for females, is going to be a waste of time. You got to exercise to be a man and to be handle your affairs and be a strong person. That's very important. But girls don't give a shit about your muscles, though.
You do it for the bros.
Yeah, you got to do it for your bros. That's what it's for. Not even in a joking sense.
Yeah.
It's just to uplift your friends and be a hero, be a symbol of hope for your local community, which is what I am. These people out here, they rely on me, Jet. These trash ghetto people out here, they rely on me. They need me.
They need your muscles.
They need my muscles to survive.
Have low tests and can't stop fapping despite extreme ED and colloidal silver addict. Please advice.
That's like a 5-hour clinic. You got to just undo everything you just said. This goes for anybody. Get your T levels checked. If they're low, see a doctor about TRT. You have to do it. Low test will ruin your life. You have to fix that. It's such a huge deal, man. The price of it's going to shock you. You're going to go, oh my God, $3,500 a year? I can't afford that. But it's extremely well worth the $3,500 a year or whatever it ends up being. Honestly, taking testosterone puts you on a very, I'm on a very even mental keel. I don't have high highs or low lows in terms of like negative emotion of getting mad. Like it feels good. That's a real thing. Rageaholism, you can't have that. Like society, the entirety of society is like set up to like punish people like that. So you have to eject, you can't have rage.
It says, yo Jet, have you done any research into vaping and its effects on testosterone? Yeah, man, and that's why I'm on a vape cycle.
When you hit it enough, it goes back around. The excess estrogen converts back into testosterone.
Yeah. You have less testosterone total, but the testosterone you do produce is like 2x concentrated.
Yeah.
Test level is 442 with a free test of 9. Do you think that's too much? I just want to get my motivation and concentration back.
That's about what mine was. I say do it. I don't typically endorse Arimidex is an anastrozole. So Clomid is not something I take. I take the Arimidex, which is an anastrozole. I don't know what Clomid does. I wouldn't endorse modifying your body. I think it's always a mistake. I think plastic surgery is a mistake. I think tattoos leach metal into your bloodstream. Maybe it's worth it. They look cool.
Sam, I started taking TRT at 23 due to low test levels. His level was 300. I've been on it for 6 months and I am much more confident and less of a wet noodle. Cost is my libido is out of control and have very hateful thoughts. Should I hop off?
No. Are you taking the estrogen blocker? How big of a dose are you on? I would say make sure that you're not make sure that you don't have like crazy high levels, and make sure that you're taking an estrogen blocker or something to keep your estrogen in check, because when people get high test and high estrogen, that's when they get really nuts. Do it through a doctor. Have your blood levels monitored. Be ready to lose some hair. Be ready to gain some extra weight that's gonna give you sleep apnea. So you got to have a plan in place to deal with that. You know, lose weight, get a machine.
ITW929 says, I got my test checked at 550 NG. 3 doctors have refused TRT stuff since it's not low enough, but I want to up it. What do?
Go specifically to a men's health doctor, and just call around too. You can just call men's health doctors. It doesn't need to be local. You can find one that does telemedicine, and just say, hey, my T level is this, and I'd like to supplement it. Is that level too low for you guys to work with, or can you get it done? You'll be able to find one that'll be compliant.
You could do a soy cycle just to suppress it low enough for
Yeah,
your doctors
exactly.
to clear you.
No, that's what I was thinking. Definitely do a soy cycle.
Did TRT help you with energy levels? I'm 34, got decent macros, and my test is normal range, but I can't get through the day without naps and coffee. Did it help you to get more alert, productive?
No.
Yeah, what made you decide to double the size of your head in the last 5 years?
I just noticed that when I was small head mode, like, and when I was in a crowd, I felt really self-conscious.
Yeah.
Like Pinhead. I just knew that to really stand out in a crowd like a president.
Yeah.
I needed to have a big head.
How do you go about thickening your skull bone?
Dude, I don't know why my head's gotten bigger. But to be fair, it was always 2XL like helmets, 2XL helmet size.
Yeah.
When I was in my early 20s.
To the tall, skinny guy in chat, the vertical diet is best for bulking. Look into it. What's the vertical diet?
It's where you go hard every day. Go hard daily vertical. And you get gains. You get killer gains doing that.